How's it going, comic book universe? Matt Sardo, Monkeys Fighting Robots. And I need some therapy after reading Kill More #1. I guess I am in the darkness. Like this is just, whew, it's rough. As I mentioned before, like I have a certain amount of empathy for the world. And it's okay. This book comes out September 13th from IDW. Kill-More. It's written by Scott Bryan Wilson. The artist by Max Fuchs. SBW did the letters. I don't know who they are. So comment below if you are SBW and let me know. Valentina Briški dropped the colors on this. And there's some good colors. There's some really good colors. Since this is like an advanced review, I'm not really going to go too depth in like the plot of it, just more of the feelings of it. And also they didn't send me any preview pages. So I was able to find some preview pages on The Beat that first look. And these are uncolored and unlettered. But we can talk about them. So let me look at my list. Let me look at the list. I wrote a lot of stuff. Darken my soul. Like my soul is like a lot darker now. There's this city, Colonia. It's in the future. It's run down, and there's a murder mystery, or there's just murders. I don't know if there's actually a mystery to it, but there's two detectives trying to solve these unsolved cases. And all the deaths. It looks like there's like 200 plus deaths. Like right in the beginning, you see a list of missing people. And so you have these two detectives in a downtrodden city, falling apart in the future. In my head, it's like Seven and Aeon Flux. That's the feeling that I got after reading this. I was like, lots of darkness, and the art is like crazy good, in like a anime spectrum sort of. Like I wouldn't push it that way, but like it's definitely Aeon Flux. Like there's some high detail of facial features and that thing that Aeon did. Like I was honestly expecting like somebody to like catch a fly in their eyelid. There's dark gutters, so there's a very in your face darkness to this, a dark tone. Page 15. I really wish I could show you page 15. When this book comes out, I might do a panel breakdown because Max has a lot of symmetry. He uses a lot of symmetry in his panel layout design. Like one of the previews that I'm looking at right now, you got 4, 3, 2, 1, and so if you divide it up the middle, like he works really well with panel structure, or he tries to be, not tries to be, but he tries to use the panel structure to accentuate the movements or the emotional tone of the page. And on the next page, you have a nice like 4-panel cinematic look at it. And, look at the camera angle looking down at Detective Tarver. And then you have the across look and then another side look and then punchline. And you have the dark gutters, which just adds to everything. And we talked about this in the call, like these panels, when you have the 4 stacked on top of each other, create such an amazing cinematic element to it. There's like a vastness to the world there. And it really brings you into it. And you can feel, I'm a film guy, so I feel the camera moving on each one of these shots, kind of panning along and transitioning and just showing you the darkness of the city. And it works really well. I wish I could show it to you in color. And then the final preview page Again, another stacked cinematic element. And I want to pull up the page 15, if I could just talk about it. And I can try to bring you into the world, because it's the best panel of the page of the book. And it's the top of the page. He does another, 4-panel cinematic thing, but then the top panel is broken into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 little up and down panels. Bing, bong, bing, bing, bing. And so half of them are one picture, and the other half are another set that kind of intermingles in it. And it might even be individual panels. So you have like one picture of the city, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sliver panels that show you people. And the people aren't happy. These are not happy people. And then the panel, the above image transitions from blue gray to red black. And it's so good. There's so much detail and so much story in one panel. It must have taken Max like forever to draw that and then layer everything. And I would love to know if he did full images and then just brought them in underneath. So he had complete, he probably does have complete images of all those. So he drew like full images and then like just gave you a little sliver of each one of those. And it just, and then the transition is what works. And there's like a stagger to the images, the sliver images, where they kind of like go up and then they go down. And so like your eyes like start up, they kind of like, because there's words at the top, and then the images kind of go up and then it goes down. It just flows really well too. And I'm staring at it, so I'm not staring at you. So I apologize, but I should have put it over here so we could have been talking that way. But I definitely apologize. So, and there's some like, the way the characters are written, there's some really cool languages or dialects that Scott's trying to accomplish with the different people that are introduced in here. And I'm trying to let's read through the whole synopsis. The city of Colonia is suffering from total economic collapse, but worse than the unemployment and urban decay is the skyrocketing homicide rate. Most of the few cops left on the force think it's just another symptom of the city's decline. But one detective has a darker theory that the most depraved killers in the country have all moved here to take advantage of the chaos. As he and his new partner dig deeper into their rapidly growing list of open cases, they'll find themselves in the crosshairs of a growing group of maniacs who realize that the best way to stay ahead of the cops in a city full of killers is to kill more. Nothing can prepare you for Lady Facesmasher, The Sufferer, The Obituary Machine, and worse. Lock your doors and journey into the mouth of madness. Oh my God. I was just reading about In the Mouth of Madness, the movie with Sam Neill from the 90s, because that movie really messed me up. But just looking at the cover right here, and that's Ethel. Ethel is on the cover. And so, okay, so you know that there's serial killers in this city. That's a good thing to know going into it, because I didn't. I usually just grab books and just be like, oh my God, what is going on here? And so I wasn't prepared for it. But yeah, man, it's definitely 7, and the artwork is, oh my God, Alan Fuchs. And my soul hurts after reading this. So I would recommend that you read it, and we can cry together. We can we can talk about all the emotional baggage that oh man, it's just sad detectives and serial killers. It makes you want to just pour yourself a little whiskey and just smoke a cigarette if you do, and just sigh, just like like I'm gonna tuck my kids in tonight And I'm going to like extra tuck them in because I'm like, listen, the crazy shit that I just read, just makes me care for you more and makes me probably not going to let you go play outside for a little bit. Like, thanks a lot, Scott. Appreciate it. But no, it's really good. It's really good. So September 13th, it comes out. And when I get the book, I'll probably do a panel breakdown because there are some amazing panels in there. What else has it got going on? I don't know. This is a Tuesday. Getting ready for a new comic book day tomorrow. There's a Thor book coming out. Some other things going out. So, all right, guys. Comment below what you're reading, what horror genre books you like, what artists or writers really bring the horror to you where you're like, oh man, I'm not going to sleep tonight because these guys did it for me.